there, my name is Samuel and welcome back to another video, and today we shall take a look at set 7596 Forbidden Forest Umbridge's Encounter, which does contain 253 pieces, 5 minifigures, and this did originally retail for £25, $30 and €30, and can I just say, this set is really cool. Like, that is honestly a really awesome build. I just think it's done really well. And yeah, this set, of course, is from 2020. It has Harry and Hermione, and this is the quite iconic scene, I would say, when Hermione kind of does the opposite of what she generally does, and tricks Umbridge into literally being taken and kidnapped by the Centaurs, never to be seen again. Peace was restored at Hogwarts, but yes, this set is honestly really awesome, and I just want to say apologies for the lack of uploads the last few days. I put on my description, I've had a lot of college work to do, so I've been a bit preoccupied with that, but now I have got a week off, and I've got quite a lot of time, so that is good. I should be able to do, my schedule should be pretty every day for the next couple months, I hope, so yeah. So take a look at the minifigures on the left. You can see Harry Potter, Hermione Granger, and Umbridge, Professor Umbridge. We don't have a name. Maybe it's Umbridge. Maybe it's Miss Absolutely Annoying Gonna Ruin Hogwarts. One of the two. But yeah, the minifigures I think are really awesome in this set. And thankfully I remembered to film this segment because I nearly put this away to start reviewing the Room of Requirement one. I don't exactly know why I did that, but anyway, there you can see that we have the Harry Potter minifigure, which is pretty cool. That body print is getting quite, I say used. But then again, apparently it's only been in 2 sets, but I swear it's been in more. I don't know where I'm thinking of that. Maybe because it's sort of like Zack's from Jurassic World, and that body has gone around City quite a few times. You can see mine has a bit of a mark stain right there, but hey, that is. And but like fuzzy lines as well. Like the minifigure quality has gone really down here. And as you'll see at the diner, I think some of the brick quality's gone down as well. Like I've noticed it quite a lot. It's mainly the white and the tan don't exactly line up perfectly. Like I'm noticing quite a lot of ridges on that, and the windows, that's going to be a whole separate video on about what I'm going to try and do. But anyway, there you can see that, which is pretty cool. Hermione there, you can see has the jumper. Honestly, a really awesome minifigure. I really like her hairpiece there. That works really well. And then there you can see her face, which looks pretty accurate, I have to admit. Her faces and Harry's, I would say, are the most accurate. Ron, yeah, I think he's a pretty cool, I guess. I think they're generally accurate. But there you can see the back printing, which is pretty cool. And then moving on to Umbridge, you can see there, which she has that really weird just cat outfit on with the cardigan, which I like. The hairpiece is back, which is quite interesting to see that they actually kept the mold around. Maybe because they knew that they was going to redo her. But there you can see that with her really screaming face, which is quite funny. And then yeah, I think that's pretty cool. Which there you can see her back printing, which is pretty cool. And there you can see her face, which it doesn't look happy. Maybe she's just about to be taken away and kidnapped by a Minotaur. Maybe. Potentially. Who would have thought that, hey? But there you can see that, which honestly is really good, and thankfully they did not use the Bricktober one, because if they did, that would have been absolutely terrible. And if the minifigure selection wasn't already really awesome, you can see that we have 2 Centaurs. I nearly keep mispronouncing that, but there you can see the Centaurs, which honestly, I think these are really well done minifigures. You can see that we have like the parts there, the actual big horse body part, which I think that will be reused, I would say, quite a lot in the future. Like that has got to have some good use. Like maybe they could like do a new horse piece with that. So yeah, that I think is really cool. You can see that we have the quiver there and the tail, the dual molding, and the printing I think is really good. And you get 2 of these, so you get that one with that printing, which looks pretty cool with like the strings and all of that. And there is his face, which he doesn't look amused. And then we have this one, which is the same body and the same face, but the fact is you get 2 heads. I love it when they do that. So just so you can kind of like at least differentiate them, you can just do that. So that is pretty cool. There you can see that, and you got that part. I always kind of see him as like the main one, because the main one who was talking looked really angry with Umbridge, understandably. So yeah, those are those minifigures, which honestly, you get 2 of them. I think they're great. Minifigures that aren't an issue to build an army. Not exactly like a Stormtrooper army, but still, nevertheless, pretty awesome. Now let's take a look at Grawp. So taking a look at the minifigures, we have a Grawp. Well, not just minifigures. This is half of the build, or maybe a bit over. I'm not too sure there. But yeah, Grawp, honestly, is pretty cool. I just rewatched partially, like, part of the scene to make sure I got the pronunciation right there. And Grawp, I think he looks really good. The size is pretty good to Umbridge as well. And one thing that I'm going to talk about, I seriously think we definitely need a rework on some of these like big figs, these giant figs even even the giant brick built figs. But first, starting off there, you can see his leg print with like the rags of his trousers coming down, which is a bit cool. It's a shame that they couldn't like dual mold the tile, which they have with the dots on the like on the 1x1s. So maybe dual tiling is coming. Like that would be so handy for stuff like that. It would just be little things that really make it like more perfect. There you can see the side boots. That I think we need a new element. The element that I'm suggesting is like the grey rob. It's slightly shorter, and then this piece it has, so you can see there's a little dip. The dip is moved in a bit further, and they just have all of this covered like with a thin bit of plastic. It would be a bit fragile, but as long as you're not poking it and pressing it, and then that's shorter, it would work perfectly. So it'd be like the same two elements, but it would just go in shorter, and there would be like no worries about it. I think that would just be such a right step in the direction for Technic, covering up all of these holes, which you wouldn't always need to do, but you could, and it would make it look so much neater. So that I really want to see at some point. Like I have definitely got to like do the video about reworking them. It's just going to be trying to find the elements for it, and then the back of it definitely needs to reverse tiles with some stickers on there. That honestly would perfect it, and stuff to fill in the side. Like the back and the side generally it doesn't look too great, but from the front it looks pretty awesome. You can see that we have the arm there, and they do have the Hulk hands, which there I think this is the first time that they've used it, which looks pretty cool. There you can see that, and that one, which is pretty cool, and you can see all of the printing there, which is quite funny. He has quite some chest hair there, and then you just got some other detailing. So you've got his belly is sticking out, and yeah, that looks really cool. I keep seeing that as a belt, being honest, but still I think that's pretty cool. You can see that he has the little bell that he gave Hermione and he was playing with, so that's pretty cool. And then moving up, you can see that he has his face, which he just looks such an innocent champ, doesn't he? He looks very innocent. But there you can see that. A nose. They don't think it would have worked without a nose, but minifigures with noses doesn't exactly work because they're kind of iconic for not having noses. So yeah, there is that, and there you can see the back of the head, which honestly, it looks good, but I think it's got a bit too straight. Like here, that patch just looks like it's a bit too straightened out, which, don't get me wrong, it's good, but like it looks a bit weird, and the ears also look a tad odd, but seriously, I still like it. And there you can see the neck, which that is if you're wondering how it does, and now that looks terrifying, so there is that. But yeah, I think that is pretty awesome. I really like the look of that. I think that is great. So now let's take a look at the other build of the set. So taking a look at the branches on the tree up there, you can see is the arch part slash branches, and then down here we have this new part, which I believe may have been introduced in Frozen. It's the ones that are 2x2 circle ones, which honestly that looks pretty cool, because I believe it's, well, I don't even know if it is smaller. I think it might be a tad smaller, so it is a little bit weird why they use two of those elements. You can see the divider down the middle, which is really cool. But the weird thing is that it's really flush. Like you don't really feel a difference, which is pretty cool. But there you can then see that we have the little part down there for the bell, which is cool. You have some other loot for him, and yeah, that I think it's a nice little build, because like of course you have to be able to put something with the bell as well, which that I think is pretty cool. You can put that in any way you want, and yeah, that is pretty cool. It has a lantern, it's got a little bone, it's got some chicken, and then you can see it has some mushrooms, just some other leaves and stuff like that. We have the green hot dog piece again, which always looks weird. I don't know if they've ever used it in brown. That would look great for like a branch, I would say, but then you can see those on the side, and another one, which honestly, moving up, you can just see we've got little parts here. I think this tree is done pretty well. Like, it's not the most perfect tree, but like, seriously though, taking into account what else you get Grawp, which that is pretty cool. Yeah, I think this tree is done decently well. There you can see that, and then of course we have those arch pieces there, and yeah, I think it looks really cool. That is what the top of it looks like. You can see that we have all of these branches, and we have a little Aragog spider, mostly is somewhere linked, as we are in the Forbidden Forest. And yeah, this is going to look great in my Forbidden Forest like little mock area, which I have, well, it's not really a mock, it's just me displaying things, but in my little display, which I will do a video on. I'm going to do a video about dusting it, because that is going to take me hours, and I'm really going to want a video out of that. But there you can see that, which honestly I think is pretty nice. So that is really it for the tree. There's not much to show, and that's the thing, it's a £25 set, but that's all you get. I feel like there should have been something else. I don't think that this warrants £25. I really don't. I don't like to be that kind of person, but I really don't think it does. Like, there's definitely, like, we're lacking something. I'm not sure what we're lacking, but we're definitely lacking something. Now, let's take a look at the overall set and my final thoughts on the set. Overall, I think it's a really good set. Like, I think it's a great set. Don't get me wrong. Like, there's definitely some changes. Well, the joints I forgot to say earlier, but those else I want to see change. But yeah, The value, no, I don't see it. I don't think this should be an £18 set either, because that, I think, would be too underpriced. I just don't think that would work. I feel like this really should be a £20 set. I just don't look at this and go 25. Like, I get that you got 253 pieces, but £20 sets generally have that sort of, like, amount. I get it's, like, a licensed IP, but I still think that this should I think this should be like £20. So that is a bit of a thing. Like, it's gotta be cheaper. It's a great set, don't get me wrong, it is definitely gotta be cheaper. But yeah, the centaurs are really awesome. I think they're really great minifigures. Hermione is another fantastic figure, and the Umbridge is another good figure too. Harry does come in the burrow, but still great way to get him in a cheaper set if you can't get the burrow, which I do recommend that set way more. But yeah, this set I think honestly is really awesome. So thank you all for watching this video, and until tomorrow video, see you there. Bye for now.